Here again with another Shameless Season 8 episode review video. Before I get into that though, pretty important if you aren't caught up to the point where I am and rewatching or watching Shameless, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention, as well as put in the description if that happens to be the case and you find out that you're not caught up. It would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. And for all of you out there that are wondering, I have indeed seen Shameless all the way through at least one time. There are some episodes that I've seen multiple times, and for the most part, I really like this show. Now, I know the quality starts to take a dip, and I feel a slight dip in quality right now, and then towards the end, which we're almost at the end now, the last couple seasons, I did not like it all. But hey, maybe my opinion will change, but I am rewatching this show because the show, for the most part, is really good. So join me on the journey and let's talk about the show in the comments section. With all that in mind, this will be Shameless Season 8, Episode 9. The title of this episode is called The Fugees. And this will be my review reaction recap after just finishing watching the episode. Frank's trying to lead more folks into Canada. Mounties arrive. Operation Abort. Mounties tell Frank that they've found his hiking trail as Frank and Rami were hiding behind a tree and they're handcuffed together. And then Mounties are standing right behind them. Ian and Trevor wake up in bed together. Lip fucks Eddie again. She tells Lip he's getting tougher as he didn't cry once. Eddie's got to go get home to look after her niece. Lip says it was nice having her over. Cassidy is working on a video documentary. She's like taking random pictures of herself, upper skirt, her chest area and everything. Since Carl is going back to the academy or military school again, and she doesn't want Carl to find somebody else. She's doing everything that she can. A very dedicated girlfriend. Everyone's boning somebody but Fiona. V asks Kev if he's ready to take on Svetlana today. V says Svetlana is a professional ball buster. He wants to be called Sir or Sir Ball. And Kev tells V the bacon isn't crispy enough. Hey, my bacon isn't crispy enough. What are you going to do about it? Frank tells the Mountie to pretend that they didn't arrest them. And then all of a sudden, the Mounties or the Canadian the police there, they run into a moose and it like knocks them out. And Frank and Rami are able to escape the car. Fiona has a couple of guys look at the roof and she gets a deal and she'll refer them to Margot as Margot's taking on various projects around the area. And then more of Cassie doing things, taking pictures of herself. Nude pictures and whatnot. She's not happy that Carl's leaving. She does not want him to leave. Some guys come to see Ian about what they saw on YouTube, and they think Ian is what people need. So they're involved with the church, another church, and they're like, "You're awesome. We want you to be like our figurehead." And they didn't actually say that, but that's where things lead to. I know that. So Kev tells Svetlana she'll have to wear a new uniform that doesn't reveal anything. No cleavage or no nothing. Looks like a nun, essentially. Lip meets with a man about Ewing's case. Charlie tells Lip he appreciates Lip not ratting him out to Sierra. Debbie goes to discuss her options for her welding class. And she gives this lady kind of a sob story because she has a kid. And the lady gives her a break and retroacts her enrollment to back before instead of now. So she's able to just pay a little bit less and it's more affordable for her to get in. But she still doesn't have the money to do that. Frank, of course, who's handcuffed to Rami, desperately wants to get the handcuff off. Rami calls Frank an overpaid Boy Scout. Ford is fixing up Fiona's floor. He tells Fiona her floors are a charity case. Ford tells Fiona where he'll be this afternoon. Carl and Cassidy go to the alibi, and Carl asks Kev for some advice. Tommy and Kermit also chime in with their thoughts. A woman tells Svetlana that she would like to see her die she calls her a prostitute slave. So this woman was one of Svetlana's girls that were a prostitute, and now she's like in with some old rich guy and like driving a nice car, or well, being chauffeured around in a nice car, having, you know, very nice clothes. And Svetlana is really jealous because she's at the point where she is now, where Kevin treats her like shit, or Kev treats her like shit, V treats her like shit, as she deserves, but now it like makes her feel bad. And she gives, she basically calls Svetlana an ugly bottom feeder. And Lip tells Sierra that Ewing's is doing shitty as she asked. Fiona tells Lip that she's thinking about moving out. Frank and Rami are able to get the handcuffs split in half, so they're not they still have the cuff on their arm, but now they're not together anymore, so they can go their separate ways. And they want to steal a horse. Jenny is the person that the horse belongs to, or at least her family, and says it's her horse. And then she starts yelling, "Dad!" And because they went to this house or shed somewhere in the woods, and Frank actually punches the little girl. Let's get the fuck out of here, bareback. And Ian talks about Jesus' love in like kind of an AA sort of setting where they're all sitting in a circle. And Fiona meets Ford out for bowling. And she's a little worried because she kind of sucks at bowling. But during this bowling event, and I might be jumping ahead a little bit here, like nobody really acknowledges her. It's like Ford, it's all of his exes are essentially there. So Ford is an interesting character, and like Ford doesn't acknowledge her at all during this bowling thing. Like, why did you invite her there? Svetlana is on the laptop, and Kev and V, of course, think she's up to something. And then Svetlana says, "Permission to take a smoke break, Sir Ball." And Kev does give her permission. Fiona knocks down a few pins and celebrates Team Fiona! No one else seems to care, like I'd mentioned. And then everybody seems to be an ex of Ford. Nessa calls during this and says one of the roofer guys fell off the roof. And Fiona's like, I gotta go take care of this. And Ford actually goes with Fiona to this. Charlie ditches Sierra when they're about to eat dinner, as he gets a call and has to jet out of there. And Charlie, Sierra's like, what the fuck? Eddie senses that something's wrong with Lip as he's working late. And Eddie says you can't fix everything. And then Lip and Eddie are about to fool around. So Zan, I can't remember the pronunciation. It's Eddie's niece, is told to go up to the office. And then Sierra comes as Lip and Eddie are about to start. Like, Lip's pants are almost pulled down. The package is almost out. And she says, sorry, Sierra does, and then turns around and leaves. Lip follows her out. And Sierra says she's sorry, but she didn't have anywhere else to go, and tells Lip Charlie got some girl pregnant. She just had the fucking baby. Eddie's annoyed and leaves and tells Lip to lock up when he's finished. And then Sierra leaves. Fiona goes to the ER and tells Rodney's wife, or was it Rodney's girlfriend, the guy that fell off the roof, that she'll help with whatever he needs. I can't remember if that's a scam, but I think it is. Ian and Charlie start to get it on. Why did I put Charlie? It's Ian and Trevor start to get it on. I'm not sure why I put Charlie. That's, Sierra's baby's, or Sarah's son's father. Frank leaves Rami with his stuff and actually leaves him a bill, I think due to the fact that he was talking about his family. So Frank has become a more likable character, especially this season. Frank's returned home, and he's very happy about that. Lip apologizes to Eddie about last night, and Eddie blows it off, saying, we're just fuck buddies. And then Zan says, you fucked up. She's pissed. I can't remember the pronunciation. Is it Zan? Doesn't sound right when I'm saying it, though. And then actually Debbie's doing like dog sitting, and this dog, Toto, is like a drug-sniffing dog. Like, he finds weed. Like, he'll start barking when he smells weed. And he actually leads Debbie to a big big stash of drugs. Svetlana shows Kevin V what she's working on, and now they kind of feel bad. Like, they've been treating her like shit, which is well-deserved. And like, wow, okay, she was looking into somebody else. You know, she feels bad for what her situation is. Charlie asks Lip for some help as Sierra has kicked him out. And, he fucking loves Lucas. He loves his son. Fiona complains to Ford about Ford ignoring her during bowling. She also says that she's an amazing fucking catch. Liam goes ring shopping with Carl. Ian interrupts something in the House of God. Lip goes to see Sierra. He tells her that Charlie is crazy about her. He won't leave. He won't leave her alone until Sierra gives him another shot. And then Sierra kisses Lip, and she pulls him in her place, and they end up sleeping together. It's been a while since Lip and Sierra got together. Protest by Ian and all of his followers. And then during this protest, the priest comes out, and the priest is like, you gotta leave, you get out of here. And then all of a sudden the priest starts to have like a heart attack or something, and he falls over, and then Ian goes into like his paramedic mode or his EMT stuff, and like performs CPR on this priest. And then the priest wakes up. And then we have Lip waking up next to Sierra, and he tells Sierra he wants to stay there and be with her, but he should go. Frank tells everyone at the alibi that he doesn't have their meds or other stuff on their order, and then people start chasing Frank. Fiona apologizes to Ford. She says she's much more calm once you get to know me, and you don't bowl me off. And then Ford says you're pretty damn intriguing. And then Ford kisses Fiona, and then he tells Fiona he's going to finish his work now. And then Fiona says she's going to let him finish, and then leaves. Lip goes to the shop to work on a bike. Carl offers Cassidy a ring, and she says, yes, I'll marry you. Now, wasn't that the intention to have the ring is for marriage? Or was it just a friendship ring? Because Carl's confused when Cassie says, marry me. And then we have Toto following Frank around to end the episode, which hints that Frank might be back to his old ways, I think. So I'm a little confused on if Carl was meaning for the proposal to be a marriage proposal or just, here's a ring for you. I don't remember. I'm sure I'll find out in the next episode. But anyway, a pretty entertaining episode of Shameless. I'm going to give it an 8.6 out of 10. And then my characters of the episode, for the guys, I'm going to give it to Lip. Just, he actually tried to get Charlie and Sierra back together. Of course, Sierra didn't want any part of that and wanted to go back with Lip because he's, straightened his shit out. And then for the ladies, I have to give it to Fiona. Although Debbie was good, Svetlana had her moments, and V as well, but Fiona, of course, reigns supreme. However, I do not like her infatuation with this Ford guy. I don't like him. So you've heard everything that I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Shameless and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please consider Hulk smashing the like button. It does help with the channel quite a bit. Share the video with a friend. Put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of Shameless. What would you rate the episode? Who would be your male? Who would be your female character of the episode? Or if you just want to do one character in general, that's fine. And remember, I cover Shameless on this channel, but I cover a lot of other things. So check out the playlist that I have on the channel if anything's intriguing to you. Like and subscribe with those things as well. Click right here for my Shameless series finale rant video, assuming you've seen every single episode of the show Shameless. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. Subscribe to the channel. You're watching the video anyway. Join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. You never know what you're going to see on JDev TV.